What is up, enchanters? Welcome back to another complete collection of Disney Showcase Couture de Force. And today we have none other than the complete holiday series. Now, before we dive in, if you're meeting me for the first time, because that's how randomly because of YouTube's algorithm, sorry. My name is Jean-Pierre Bon Jovi, and I'm a content creator and collector here on YouTube. I unbox and review and share complete collections and my hobbies here on this channel. It means the world to have you here. And before I get lost in the algorithm, make sure you subscribe below. Hit that bell to get notified every time I come live and upload content Mondays and Thursdays. Give this video a thumbs up and comment below. Do you own this collection? First time seeing it? Are you interested in any of these pieces? We're going to dive in with price points, a little bit of history behind these pieces, and so much more. We're also doing an incredible giveaway. If you share me and tag me on socials, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, doesn't matter where, all my my link to my socials is down on the description. Click on that link and you'll be able to connect with me, where I upload content weeks before it comes out, and more in-depth images and videos on socials as well. So without further ado, let's get started. And today we have, as mentioned earlier, the complete holiday collection. So excited to bring this series to you. I've had it for quite some time, and even though it's not as fitting, we are in the summer and we are reviewing this. I have so many collections to bring to y'all, so I was like, you know what? Let's just do it now. So we want to start with one of the first pieces that came out, and it is this Belle. The name of this piece is simply Belle. Now, this series, what distinguishes this series is that each princess comes with a character from her movie, which was her best friend or her pal, her confidant. And in this case, we have none other than Chip. I will say Chip is a little larger to scale. Fair warning, he's much larger than what he should be. So he's not proportionate by no means. But he is adorable nevertheless, and he can also be used as an ornament, so you can hang it on the tree as well. Now, as we zoom in on these details, this piece is absolutely gorgeous. Let's start with Chip first. He has this iconic Chip colors, but he has these little rose details on the base, and then this rose mauling detail. Now, Couture de Force is known for almost having like this Jim Shore inspired look to it, but far more sophisticated, subtle, and detailed. It's very intricate with their detailing, and he looks absolutely remarkable. Now, when this piece first launched, it retailed for $80. It now goes in the secondary market for over $140. It has become a lot more challenging to acquire. The initial launch, when these first released, we had Belle and we had Snow White. So these two are the most challenging of them all. Now, as we look into Belle, let's talk about this crimson gold iridescent wine dress that she has on. We've never seen this dress before. It is absolutely stunning. There's this detailing as well. And then she has like this copper crimson pair of like heels or flats, and then a glitter skirt underneath, that glitter overlay. It is absolutely gorgeous. As you come up to the bodice area, it's beautifully intricate with this pattern. And as you come up to the sleeves are all encrusted with glitter. These bell-bottom sleeves, super duper 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 cutie. She has two rose corsages on each one of her wrists. Her hands are incredibly dainty. And then if you look at the back, there's this sash that's made of a clear resin, which is so incredibly beautiful. So beautiful. You have her iconic hair, and it wraps this look. Her portrait looks incredible. It's like Couture just does such an incredible job with their portraits. And then lastly, she has this hairpiece, which is all made of gold. It's this ribbon and a rose on the side. And lastly, the rose on the dead center on the upper bust area of her neckline. It is absolutely breathtaking. If you own this piece, please sound off below. If you've been trying to find this piece and it's something that's sought after, please sound off. Following that piece, these two pieces, as I mentioned, came out at the same time. And this one doesn't have a name, but it is Snow White. And it's Snow White with none other than her best pal, Dopey, who's my favorite Disney character of all time. Followed by Abu, then Flounder. If you've been watching me and been following me on my channel, you would know that. I'm just obsessed with anything Dopey, Flounder, or Abu related. So here we have Snow. And again, it's a rendition of Snow we've never seen before. Followed with Dopey. And Dopey, we're going to start off with him. He is true to size, which I really love. He's scaled to size. And he has this green khaki, ensemble that he's always rocking with his brown boots. But the distinction here is his hat is not purple. It's this holiday jolly red color, like this berry red color. And so are his pants, which marry and coincide with Snow. And here we have Snow with a bluebird on her hand. I want you to look at the detailing here. The white lace, a laser embossed detailing on her sleeves, and the bottom thick trim of her dress is absolutely gorgeous. You then have the detailing as well on the poofs of her shoulder pads. This seems she has like a winter coat on, and you're noticing that winter feathery effect right above the lining of the jacket all around, and also on the bottom, on the top of the skirt. It is absolutely beautiful. She has this subtle red silverish crown as well, and her face looks impeccable. I mean, there's no denying this is Snow White. This piece also retailed for $80 when it first launched. It goes for well over $160 in the secondary market. It is the most of all these pieces you're going to see today. It's the more challenging one to come across, followed by the Belle, which is a really close second. And that's because they were part of Wave 1. Following that, we have Wave 2, and Wave 2 introduced Cinderella, which is, of them all, I think it's my favorite. Again, it just says Cinderella, and the reason being is just what they created with her is just chef's kiss beautiful. We're going to start with Juck and Gus and Jack and Gus, and they are just super duper cutie. They're not scaled to size, just like Chip. They need to be much smaller, but it's kind of passable. They're both wearing their winter coats, which are blue, marry Cinderella with the little furry trim on the edges. They're holding each other's hands, and they are just celebratory. I do love that Gus has one foot up in the air. I think that's super duper cutie, which kind of shows how they're not that greatly balanced. The one thing that is missing with them is they don't have tails. Their tails are not on this piece. That is my only pet peeve, is that their tails were not included. But then we go to this masterpiece, which is Cinderella. And as you look at these details, it's just absolutely remarkable, remarkable, remarkable. So what we have here is the insert of her dress, which is quite solid and flat. And she has these like little red star sparkles, which again, they're not in glitter, but it's like these little laser printed, like I would like to say diamonds, and these little circular blue trim at the bottom of that. But what distinguishes this piece and what makes it pop so much from that is the actual dress. The dress is made of like this matted material. It has snowflakes embedded within the entire dress. And my favorite part of it all is the glitter trim that wraps this piece 360 all over. And if that wasn't enough, you then have the white feather trim that's beneath that. And if that weren't enough, this dress has this beautiful, as it comes up here, the same fabric on her bodice, it has this open cut sleeve that has this red stitching, which is so beautifully done. And again, you have the trim of it's so incredibly detailed. Like, you could tell this could have been worn. You could insert your hands in them or take it off and have it just cascade as it is right here with the feather trim on the bottom. Stunning. But there's more, because that iconic Cinderella satin finish that flows from her hips is represented here, and it's encrusted with glitter. And again, as you come up to the bodice, you have that feather-like detail on the shawl and also by the waist. It is so incredibly beautiful. You're gonna have these frogs as you come up, made of silver and red paint. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. And then you have, right on her necklace, she has her black choker, and then on the black choker, she also has a faux rhinestone right on the center. And then she's wearing these winter earmuffs, which has glitter at the top. They're blue with little white puffs. And again, her portrait is just absolutely impeccable. And lastly, the satin finished gloves. This piece is remarkable. This piece also retailed for $80. You could still find it, to be completely transparent with you, for $80 on the secondary market. Hasn't gone up in value. Sometimes I've even seen people get a really great deal on this, $65, $75. The next piece that accompanied the release of that one is none other than Ariel and her trustworthy friend, Flounder, not Sebastian. I am not a fan of Sebastian. I never considered him a confidant or a friend. He was a snitch. Or even a protector at that. So we have Flounder here, and Flounder is just absolutely adorable. I would like to say he's a little overscale. He could be just a little smaller, but nevertheless, he looks incredible. You have this seaweed detail on the back of him. He's swimming over this red coral, but what makes him so freaking iconic is the fact that he has mistletoe in his mouth, which is so sticky cutie. Then we come to none other than Ariel. And of them all, Ariel is the least holiday inspired. Again, she lives under the sea, so I get it. But still done so beautifully where you know it's still holiday. And we're gonna start with her from her hair down. So here her hair, beautiful, beautiful coral red hair. And she has this point, like this holly berry floral headpiece, which is super duper duper cutie. Her portrait looks great. It's not the best, but it looks great. I mean, looking at it, it looks like Ariel. And the reason what distinguishes this piece a lot is they use this like crimson red, deep, deep, deep ruby red. I wouldn't even say ruby red. They use a deep wine red on her lip, and that's what really takes her away from that Ariel fantasy, but makes her look a lot darker. As you come down, I absolutely love, love, love this top. It is beautiful. It has the red like detailing that on the neck, and then it's encrusted with gold glitter, just like the bell. And then on the center, she also has that holly berry as well, which is super duper cutie. Then she has her open belly. Okay, her hands are subtle and cute. And then as you come down to her actual fin, the top portion of the fin is made of a clear resin, and it's embedded, the lining is embedded with emerald glitter, super duper cutie. And then it has these gold beads coming down, and then you have her scaled. This is literally scaled and encrusted 360, her entire fin, coming down to some more gold beads and finishing off with her fin, which has this pearl-like, pearlescent type paint that really gives it some more dimension. And lastly, she has wrapped around her this beautiful crimson red shawl, which is laser printed, and it loops around the entire piece. It's just how it flows is just absolutely incredible between her hands. It's just a beautiful piece, and it also allows support as well. This piece also launched for $80. It is currently the most inexpensive of them all. I've seen people get this piece for as little as $55. It hasn't gone up too much in price either, which is surprising because Ariels are usually the most sought after and the most purchased. So you can relatively still get her. And the last piece is this one. Now this piece was released, I'd like to say close to almost 3 years ago. It's like been 2.5 years since it's been released, and it's the last one in the series. It came alone, it came by itself. And this one's called Rapunzel with Pascal. And Pascal, as we all know, is her chameleon sidekick. And he is just super duper duper cutie. Hold on as I am taking off this what do you call it? Styrofoam on her hair. We're gonna start with Pascal. He's super duper cutie, and yes, he's also not size. He needs to be much smaller. Dopey's really the only one that is true to size. He is sitting on a big lump of snow, and he looks just absolutely adorable. Like, seems to look like he's not bothered, but yet so freaking cutie. His color could be a little greener. I think it's a little it's like Wicked Witch of the West green, and I think it could be just a little lighter. As we come up to Rapunzel, surprisingly, this piece is incredibly sought after. You can only find it now in the secondary market. She's also, when she launched, I believe she was $90. So she is, was she 90 or 100? I think she's 90. She was either 90 or 95, but she was more expensive than the other ones. And they only made her. And since then, we have not added, Couture de Force has not added any more of these pieces, nor do I think they have the intention to add any more pieces to this collection, which is a bummer. In this piece right here, you have, let's start with her hair. Her hair is straight, which I love. It doesn't have this, it's not so intricate at all. It's just her hair. And what I love is her hair also has created like this shawl as well around her neck, which is super duper cutie. And then we come up, her portrait looks great. I don't know why her head has always looked so much bigger. If you look at all the other princesses, her head is so big. In general, they proportion her so large in comparison to the others. She's not as well proportioned. She looks a lot larger than a lot of the other pieces. Her hands, her face, which is a bummer. And in general, I don't know why they do that with Rapunzel so many times. I understand the aesthetic is different, right, versus the older princesses. And still, there's a way to have her look a lot more subtle. Then we're gonna, I hate when I say I have to get to be more mindful of that. So we also have these little poofs, these little striped poofs. And what I love is that it did stay true to the aesthetic that is Rapunzel, the color story. Her coat looks super cute with the frosted laser embedded within the entire print. And it's that mauve color with that baby pink within each snowflake. And then the little light pink trim around the sleeves and the bottom is absolutely stunning. This piece also is amazing because it has these beautiful buttons, these rhinestone buttons. It's those faux rhinestones. I mean, that is just absolutely darling. It's really what allows this piece to pop. And we finish it off with her skirt, and it's this purple lilac skirt encrusted with glitter and these white white laser, like these white laser print diamond stars that come down, and her little red mauve. It's more like a deep, like a burgundy red flat that she pairs this ensemble with. She's super duper cutie. I absolutely love her. What throws me off a bit with her is that is her size versus all the others. My favorite is the Cinderella, followed by the Belle, followed by Snow, followed by Rapunzel, and I have to say Ariel is my least favorite of them all. And there you have it. That is the complete holiday Couture de Force Princess collection. I'm curious, do you own these? Will you be owning them? Is this something that you have in your collection? Are there any of these that you're still looking after? Comment below. I love hearing your comments. Yeah, don't forget to follow me on socials. Don't forget to share this video or tag me on TikTok or on socials. in order to be entered into that $80 shopping spree that we're doing later this year. Once we get to 2,000 subs, one lucky person is getting an $80 shopping spree of their choice of any 2022 Jim Shore released piece. So thank you so much for being with me here today. I appreciate you all so much. Again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, it means the world, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.